Day 744 being Christopher Cruz. Really don't want to do a video right now, but I know that these are the most important moments to document, because they're the moments that suck the most. I'm here. I was talking to Araceli and I'm like, it takes a lot to get me to come to this park. Meaning it takes a lot of stress, anxiety, overwhelm, worry, fear to get me to come to this park and just try to breathe and decompress. Yeah, today's just kind of a shitty day. You think you're out of it? Then you're not. And thought I was out of it. I was supposed to, so the client that I got last week, she tried to make her payment, wasn't going through, and so then she's gonna try PayPal. That didn't work. She's gonna set up Zelle, didn't get that set up. Just a lot of like, and then she flew out to this event that she was working at, and then she got back, and then we were supposed to meet yesterday, but she got busy, and so we were gonna meet up so she could just give me cash, because she's like, can I just give you cash because this is all not working? And I was like, yeah, sure. And so then I get a call this morning. She didn't get paid when she thought she was blah blah blah, and it was just like, that's when I knew, like, this is all bullshit. She's full of it, and she's been full of it, and all the stress that I went through my landlord was waiting, sending her like 8 or 9 freaking Venmo requests, and her pretending or whatever, oh yeah, I'm sending it. It's just like so frustrating to realize that she was just full of shit. And it's just like, damn, just have some integrity and just say, no, I'm not gonna do it, or I don't have the money to do it. Like, the runaround is just so fucking lame. So I did that coaching call with her a few hours before rent was due, and then she's like, okay, let's do it, let's sign up. I gave her a discount. It was going to be $4,900 for the purpose coaching. We were going to start this week, and she was going to make 50% deposit on that. And so I was like, okay, we're good. And then I go to the bank, and she can't transfer the money. Venmo's not working somehow, blah blah blah, whatever. She accidentally sends $2,000 to her cousin on Venmo instead of me, so she has to use a different account, just like the runaround. And my grandpa put some money in my account, and so I just got to a point where I realized, like, my landlord had been waiting at the house for me for 45 minutes, and it was just like, okay, I just gotta do what I can do. So I went to the ATM, and I took out $500 from the money that my grandpa put in there, and I'm like, I'm gonna give him $500 and tell him I'll give him the rest tomorrow when my client transfers the money. And it just was like, he's gonna fucking hate it. I'm probably gonna get an eviction notice and have 28 days to move out, but there's nothing else I can do. I was so stressed. I think more stressed than I've ever been in my entire life, which is crazy because I've been through way worse things than that. But it was just like this level of, I don't know, it was crazy. And so then I tell my roommate, I was like, hey, you might not want to be there, like, because he's not going to be happy, and we're probably going to have an intense conversation. And she's like, no, hold on. And she texts me, she's like, you have 500? I have $1,000 in cash that I had in my suitcase for when I go back home for Christmas. And she's like, I just remembered it. I was like, what? And so I pull up, our landlord's there, and I run in real quick, and I get the 1,000 from her, and I have the 500 from me. And then I give him the money and just pretend like, oh, everything's good. Sorry, I was just running late. All that. I have to walk because there's mosquitoes and they're assholes. And so and then after that, I was just like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm going to send you the money tomorrow as soon as my client sends it over. Well, fast forward to today, and then my client's like, oh, I don't have the money right now. And it was just so fucking frustrating. And my roommate needs that money because she needs to put a deposit on a hotel because her friend's coming out. And so she really needs that money, and I don't have it to give her. And it is just the worst. Just the worst. And I'm like, I actually don't know how to get money. Like, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go deliver DoorDash, but I don't have enough gas to even do that. Like, I've got a quarter of a tank of gas. I've got 30 miles that I can drive. And when you go deliver that stuff, you don't get paid immediately. So it's not like I can go deliver something and then go fill up my gas tank. So I'm just like at a loss, just so much at a loss. And then yesterday I was excited because it's like, okay, I'm going to be able to reach out to these stages and book some of these stages and get on stage and then sell my coaching program. And it's going to be awesome. And I'm excited, and I'll be okay because I'll have this $5,000 coming in, and that will get me through the next 2 months. So, okay, I can breathe. Like, it's going to work out. This is great. And then, but I just had a feeling deep down inside like she was going to flake. And that's what happened. And so now here I am. And it's just so fucking frustrating. It is so discouraging and just so I'm just like, what the fuck, just so over all of this, just so over it. Like last week getting rent that day, absolutely horrible. Next day just spent recovering, trying to get over the fucking headache. And then that pushed me though. Like, okay, so that's all the bad shit. There's all the bad shit. Also just had a conversation with Araceli, and that didn't go very well. So there's more of that. But there's all the bad stuff. And so I'm praying this morning, and yesterday I'm trying to decide, am I gonna do a freaking online challenge? Because I'll be able to get money quicker, even though I've never done it before and I don't really know how to do it, but I'm gonna learn. Am I gonna do an online challenge, or am I gonna go after stages? I know how to do that. I know how to book stages. Like, I've done it before. I know how to reach out to these people. I know how to do all of that, and it leads to a lot of money when I get on a stage. But it takes time. You know, it might take a month or 2 months before I can actually get on the stage because they're all scheduled. But then God could drop a stage in my lap that's next week, you know, that's a digital stage. And they're like, yeah, we got 1,000 people coming. Yeah, we'd love to have you fill in for a speaker or whatever it is. So I'm like, okay, awesome. I'm gonna go all in on that. And I'm gonna take the challenge thing and put it aside. And so then last night when I opened the online course for speaking, I log into the account that I had with my speaking coach, and they've uploaded a new course that's all about creating a challenge and launching a challenge and running an online challenge. And I was like, dang, what the heck? All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I just decided that I'm gonna go all in on speaking. And so this happens this morning. She's not gonna pay. I have literally $0 in my account. The money that my grandpa sent me, I used $500 for it for rent, and the other $300, 95 was to go to this course, and then I got gas, and I paid for parking at the event, and that was pretty much it. And it's gone. So I've got $0 in one account and like $1 in another account, and cash I've got, I think, a $1 bill and a bag of change that I'm gonna have to cash in. So, and I've got 30 miles left to drive. Isn't that great? Isn't that fucking great? So, anyway, so I log in and there's that online course, and then this morning, I find out, okay, she's flaking out. Awesome, freaking awesome. Okay, now I'm fucked. My roommate needs her money back. Like, it's just a nightmare and a half. And so I just get on my knees and I'm just praying, like, God, like, and I'm thinking, okay, the last time I went through these sets of emotions and this kind of challenge was a week ago. But what did it lead to? Like, God was used that to push me through something. He was pushing me through something and pushing me towards something. So like, what did God push me towards? Like, I went through all that stress and that overwhelm and everything. Well, that led me to making myself go to this seminar, which then woke me up to, I am ready to get on stage. I am ready to help all these people find their purpose. It showed me how many believers don't know their purpose. It showed me how great of a speaker I am, especially in front of believers. And it showed me that it's time for me to go all in on my business and walk away from the internship. So it was like a whole new future. Like, it was like, but that it's like that future was being birthed. Like, there's uncomfortableness, you know, when you're being born. And so I felt like I was being reborn into a new future, and everything was great. And I was like, awesome. And I have a client coming in, and now everything is just falling apart. And so I'm on my knees and I'm praying, and I'm like, God, please give me something. Help. Like, I'll do the work. I'll do whatever work you want. If you want me to freaking get a job, I'll get a job. If you want me to drive DoorDash, I'll drive DoorDash. I don't have any gas to do it, but fuck, I'll do whatever. Like, please, God, just help me. And my phone was on the bed, and I hear it vibrate, and I pick up my phone, and there's a text from a guy named Jesus. And I'm like, okay. So in the middle of praying, I get a text from Jesus, and it's this guy that I met at the seminar. And he was going to help me find someone who could help me get like a course for launching my first challenge. And so he just messaged me. He's like, hey, did you end up finding anyone, you know, or did they have an offer? And I was like, no, there's nothing available to learn how to do it. And then he was like, well, me and my wife we've ran 4 or 5 challenges. Like, we'd be willing to sit down with you and help you and kind of walk you through it. Can you jump on a call tomorrow? I was like, yeah, actually I can. That would be great. And so in the midst of all of the suckness of this, and how much this fucking sucks, and how embarrassed and how ashamed I am, and how much of a failure I feel like I just want to crawl in a fucking hole and stay there forever. Beyond all of that, I'm praying, God, please give me an answer. Please, God, give me an answer. I get a text from Jesus. Hey, we'll help you set up your first challenge. And then last night, I realized that I have access to an entire challenge course that shows you exactly how to do it. And so the only thing I can think to do is do a freaking challenge. Like, if God is pointing me to anything, it's obviously that. And I know that these challenges lead to quick cash, because you run the challenge, it's 3 to 5 days, and then you make your offer. So the challenge is free. You try to get as many people there as you can. You speak for an hour a day over 4 or 5 days. You give them a taste of the transformation. You give them some wins. And at the end, you offer your $1,000 or $2,000 product. So I already have it where it's going to be the Find Your Purpose in 5 Days challenge. And they get on there, and every day we're going to talk about one aspect of your purpose. And then at the end of the challenge, I'm going to tell them, you know, now you have some clarity on your purpose. But if you want crystal clarity, if you want to go from dangerous to lethal, and you want to actually fight the enemy and live a life that inspires you deeply, we got to get you crystal clear on your purpose. Well, I have a 6-week group coaching program that you guys can sign up for, where we'll do a Zoom call for 2 hours every week, and everyone will get individual coaching on those calls, and I'll walk you guys through all of it. And that's $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever it is. And let's say I have 10 people that are on the online challenge, and 2 of them sign up, which would be a low number, then that's $2,000 or $4,000, depending on how much I charge. And so you can run these challenges over and over and over again. The thing that I'm worried about is people actually showing up, because a lot of times you do Facebook ads, and you pay for Facebook ads to drive people to the page for them to actually sign up. And so, but I don't have money for that. So I'm just going to have to reach out to everyone that I know. I'm going to have to post about it again and again and again. I'm going to have to ask people to share it, you know, with other believers that they know who might want to find their purpose. And I don't really see the clear path. Like, I see like there's so many things I have to set up, get the email set up. I got to build the landing page. I got to record the video. It just seems like, how the fuck am I going to do all of this? And then I have this online course, and who knows how many freaking hours that is, but it walks you through exactly how to do it step by step. And so I feel like God is just pointing me towards do an online course, or an online challenge. I'm excited about doing the online challenges because I feel like I would crush it. I've done a webinar before and did amazing at it. And a challenge is live, and I love being live, and you get to interact with people and stuff like that. And so it seems like a really good fit, and I feel like I should be excited about it. Because I know that this could be a massive source of income and impact in the future. In the future, I could have 100 people do the challenge and 20 of them sign up, and there's $40,000 right there. So, in a week. So I know the potential of it. And the guy that I just went to his seminar, he's the one who is the master at challenges. He's the one who, he did a challenge and made $2 million from a single challenge, $2 million. And then he had Tony Robbins ask him for consulting and all the big names. And now he's one of the biggest names in online marketing because of that. So, and it was all inspired by God and led by God and everything. So I feel like, when I was saying earlier, last time I was in the darkness, God was birthing me. He was pushing me through something, towards something. And it was towards going all in on my business and getting my message out there and helping these believers find their purpose and walking away from the internship. And now I feel like he's pushing me towards doing these online challenges, even though I don't know how to do them exactly. I've never done them. I don't know how it'll go, but I have no choice now. Like, I have to make money as soon as freaking possible. And booking stages, like, it's amazing, and I really want to do it. But a lot of these stages aren't for 6 months out, 4 months out, a year out. So there's not really, like, I need money now, not in 6 months from now. So I don't really have a choice. I'm going to have to learn how to do challenges. I don't really know what else to do. I thought about applying for some jobs. That's still going to take, a whole interview process, and all of that will take a couple weeks. And then before you get your first paycheck is going to be 2 more weeks. So I might not get paid. I'd have to get a job first, and then I would have to actually get paid and go through. It's just like, there's money in 6 or 7 weeks from now. And it's like, no, I need money literally now. So I just trying to see the light in it. I think it's really clear that God's pointing me to the challenges. Yeah, it's just stressful. So freaking stressful. I just can't wait to be in heaven where I don't have to worry about money. Because sometimes this world fucking sucks, and living in this world sucks, and dealing with the pressures that we have to deal with fucking sucks, and the way the system is set up fucking sucks. It's just like, there's so much beauty in this world, and there's so much shit in this world that sucks, and I'm feeling it, and it sucks. And I also know that it's only temporary. Do I know that? Chris, it's only temporary. You're not going to be like this forever. And it helps to know, like, the guy who's running the event, he talks about how he went through 3 years. He was in the darkness for 3 years. He was suicidal, $3 million in debt. He's like, guys, I would just, like, you guys think broke is being bad? No, be $3 million in debt. That's bad. He's like, I was praying just to be broke. But to see that he came out of 3 years of just darkness to be where he is now, it's incredible. So that's encouraging. And like, 3 years is not for me. 3 hours is too much. 3 days is like, what the fuck? So I can't imagine 3 years. So I'm gonna pull myself out of it again. God, please help. Please. Like, I'll do whatever work you want me to do. I'm gonna work my ass off on getting this challenge set up and launched, and hope and pray that it produces something And if it doesn't, then I'm going to do another one. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to do another one. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to do another one. And I'm just going to have to keep doing them until they make money, because I can't just keep sending Facebook messages to everyone I know saying, hey, you want to do coaching? Hey, I'm doing a coaching sale. Like, I sent out 40 or 50 messages last week. 0 people signed up for it. And that was a discount. It was a month of coaching. So $2,800 in coaching for $750. Not a single person. Like, wow. That's rough. Those are not some good numbers right there. But also, so many of those people, I've already sent them offer after offer after offer. It's like the well is freaking dry. So, yeah. So it just doesn't feel good to be me right now. And the last thing I want to do is document this shit. The last thing I want to do is talk about it. Like, I feel like such a freaking failure. It's so embarrassing. I'm so ashamed. Like, what the fuck have I done with my life? So that's all there. And the last thing I want to do is anyone else in the world to see that. Yeah. I wouldn't even be eating food right now if my mom didn't mail me her freaking food stamp card. Like, I wouldn't even be able to get food. That's what I got. I got that. Thank God she sent that to me. Like, that's just crazy. So there's like this, I know spiritually I'm so freaking strong. But my external world fucking blows. And it sucks. And I am in it again. Like, out of it for 3 or 4 or 5 days and then right back in it. But now I've got other people who are, I've got so much lint. Not dandruff, lint. But it drives me crazy because it looks like dandruff. But it's just like, yeah, my external world feels like an absolute shit show. I've never felt more like low and like a failure than I do now. And now it's impacting my roommate. You know, my grandpa sent me money, and it's just like, wow. It's crazy how you could feel like such a winner and such a loser. I feel like such a winner internally. Like, I know what I'm capable of. I know the impact I'm making in people's lives. I know how much faith and strength I have. Like, I know what I'm going to do in this world. I know where my heart is. I know how much love I'm putting out into the world. Like, I know all that stuff. So I've transformed so much. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I'm such a different person. And I am like, feel like I am just so spiritually successful. And then in the outside world, I'm such a fucking failure. Like, I have no money. I can't pay my rent. I owe everyone and everything money. And I just can't get my shit together. And I'm going to be 40 in 5 years. And I'm just like, what a loser. What a fucking loser. Like, I'll be single my whole life because what woman wants to date someone like me? So I don't have to worry about that. And it's like, okay, Chris, well, the next step is you live in your car. So figure it the fuck out. So I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out. It's just, these are the moments where it's just like, it feels like there's no way. It feels like the whole world is against you. Everything is crumbling around you. Yeah. And then I just feel totally alone. So, yeah. This is exactly part of the reason why I want Warriors of God, because when we have that group, it's like, you're going to be able to call people. There's going to be a lot of people there for you that genuinely care, that support you, that lift you up, that encourage you and help you get out of this, help pull you to your feet so you don't have to do it by yourself. So no matter how bad you think it is, like, you've got people there that love you and support you and will listen to you and encourage you and help you. And yeah, just a bunch of good family. So until then, here we are. So I don't want to document this stuff. It's like, the worse things are, the less videos I do, because I don't want to even go there. But I'm gonna have to just document it anyway, because I think about him telling us he was $3 million in debt and suicidal. It's like, yeah, I see all of his videos now and he's successful and he's got his Ferraris and all that stuff. But if he had a video of when he was in that moment where he was depressed and wanting to end his life and $3 million in debt, just praying that he could be broke rather than in debt, like, I'd watch that video over any of his success videos. So I got to document this, because when I reach my worldly success, there will be people in my situation right now that are struggling, that don't see a way out, and they'll be able to watch this video and say, wow, that's exactly how I feel. Man, I feel like a failure too. I feel like a loser too. I don't see a way out either. And then they'll be able to keep watching the videos, and tonight or tomorrow or the next day, there's going to be some miracle. God is going to show up. God is going to align something, and I'm going to be saying a video, oh my God, I can't believe it. Just like I was saying these 3 days at this event, like, I can't believe that God brought me here. It's amazing. Like, he's shown me I'm ready to speak. I stood up. I had the mic for 2 minutes. People came and said this. They came and said that. I'm ready to do all of this. So, and it's going to encourage people and give them hope and get them to turn towards God, to face God, and to lean on God. So I feel like I got to take one for the team and expose all my shittiness. And I'm thinking about my whole financial situation this morning, and it's like, I've just destroyed all of it, like with taxes and student loans and credit card debt and everything. It's just like, it's such a mess. Like, it's just, yeah, I've just done such a bad job. And it's not like even because I intentionally meant to do a bad job. I've just lived a life where my whole life has been about other people, and I've just put myself on the back burner all the time, and I've sacrificed myself all the time for others. And it was just like, and here's what I get. Here's the result. Not very desirable. So yeah. But I feel like these are the moments where people become jaded at God. These are the moments where they're like, dude, if you really existed, you'd show up. And I'm just not going to let myself go there. Like, I'm going to lean more into God. And that's why I said, God is pushing me towards something right now. It hurts and it's uncomfortable, but he's giving birth to something new inside of me. And maybe it's these challenges. It's no accident that I end up going to this event, because I did a 3-day challenge the day before, and the event is hosted by the guy who's the #1 challenge guy in the world, who's known for challenges, and he just happens to be all about kingdom entrepreneurs. And it's no accident that I'm praying today and I'm asking God for some freaking guidance and some direction, and I get a text from Jesus saying, hey, we want to help you with your funnel, or not your funnel, your online challenge. And then last night I log in to get the training course for speaking and booking speaking stages, and there's actually a course on how to do your first challenge that I have access to completely free, that I never paid for or signed up for. So I think if I zoom out and I get away from my emotions on how fucking shitty it feels to be me right now, I can see clearly that, hey, God is just, he's pushing you towards something. It's uncomfortable. It's new. You don't know how to do it. It's intimidating. It's overwhelming. You don't even have $1 to your name to run a freaking Facebook ad. So you're just going to have to figure out how the heck you're going to get people to show up to it. And you're going to have to cross your fingers and hope and pray that someone signs up for something and you can make some money, and it's all going to work out. So, yeah. But I'm just starting to feel apathetic, just fuck all this, just this numbness. I know it's, being numb sucks, but honestly, it's better than feeling like shit. but I don't want to go back to being numb. I've been numb most of my life, and that's a dangerous way to live, because being numb is you're just closing your heart to everything and everyone, and I don't want that, because I already know when you do that, you close your heart to God, and God is my breath, God is my oxygen, God is my source, God is my life, and I cannot close myself to that. So I'm gonna have to suck it up. I've been sucking it up. I fucking suck it up all the time. Like, hello, my life has been nothing but sucking it up. So I'm just gonna do what I always do and do whatever I can to make it happen. So there is the 30-minute story of what's been going on, and yeah. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get some food so I can just have meals prepped. Thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy 1,000 top ramens and just eat ramen for the next however the fuck long it takes me to get a client. Like, I don't know, peanut butter and jellies and ramen, back to startup days. Used to do that with my business partner when we started our first business. We would eat ramen, we'd crack an egg in it and mix it up, and we'd eat ramen, Doritos, Tapatio Doritos, and peanut butter and jelly. And that's what we lived off of every day, because we were so broke when we started. So maybe that's what I'll do. Just poison my body even more, Chris, huh? Yeah, that's a great idea. Fuck. Life. All right, I'm done.